Is day 79 of the year of streaming and learning to code. Currently 50% of the way through JavaScript still. We had a very short stream yesterday. We made it 35% of the way through lesson 1. We will recap the first bit. No, my bit. Well, we made it 35% of the way through the first lesson of section 5. Control flow. More on control flow in JavaScript. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get to Code Your Own Adventure 2 today, quite possibly, because we're going to recap the beginning of this and then finish out this lesson. So, dive right into it, see where we end up. Go, Power Steven. Okay, we're on section 6, we completed section 5, which is the beginning of introducing the switch statement. We are going to jump back to the very beginning, section 1, and do a brief overview. If else, you've got variable is even, function number your code, if number modulo 2, if that's equivalent to 0, then return true, else false. Beautiful, beautiful. Check mark. If, else. Variable is even, function number your code. Same song and dance. Number modulo 2. Else if is not a number. If the input number is not, it will return your script. Your input isn't a number. Otherwise, return false. Onward. For or while. Write your loop below. For variable I equals 1, I less than 11, I plus plus, incrementing by 1. Console log I. That's all she wrote. So that's just either a for loop or a while loop. Spits out 1 through 10. As it should. Sneak peek preview, the switch statement. Variable, lunch, prompt. What do you want for lunch? Type your lunch choice here, switch lunch case, sandwich console log, blankety blank. Something about sandwiches changing our lives, break, soup, something involving tomatoes, break again, salads. Salads are disappointing. Break. Pie. Pie is not cake. Break. And console log the default, which concatenates some string, our lunch variable or formula, whatever we want to call it, our lunch prompt. And yeah, good. Golden, beautiful. Onwards. So, our friend switch. Lunch choice. The correct answer is sandwich, which we just had a sandwich. And speaking of which and sandwiches, it was in fact which. So, you know, there's that. That's always fun. Introducing the switch statement. Okay, we've caught up to essentially where we are. We will read through this nonsense. Just to really dive in and get things going. All right, adding to an existing switch. The switch statement is put together like this. Switch, some expression, case, option 1, block code, do something, break. Case, option 2, more code, another break, 3, so forth, break, default, beautiful. JavaScript will try to match the expression between the switch, parentheses, to each case. It will run the code below each case if it finds a match and will execute the default code. If no match is found, it will run the code below each case if it finds a match and will execute the default code if no match is found. There we go. That's better. Let's open up the hint, get a little more hype on the instructions. Instructions, little cat. I see you. Don't you jump up. No. Damn it. Cigarettes. Okay. Okay. You're just a cat. Do. Where you want to go under the desk? You gonna lay in my lap? No? You're just gonna move the mic? We are not doing this. We are not gonna spend 45 minutes watching you scratch yourself. Or you can put your face on my hand and force me to scratch you. Yeah, that works too. Alright, the fact that you're not blocking the screen, we're gonna keep this party going. Switch statement. Instructions. Our switch statement needs a case for yellow. Add it in, make it a wow, why are you so scratchy? You're just like burying your face into my hand. Good for you. Don't forget to end your case with a break statement, otherwise it will go on and execute the code for default. Yes, add the break, otherwise it will go on to execute the code for default too. We don't want that. Hint, your code should look something like this: case, yellow, console log, string here, and break. Oh, little kitty. Fantastic. You're going under the desk? Try not to claw my thighs or stomach. Stupid feline. Okay, we need to go back into OBS, realign the camera, watch where your friggin' claws are. Ha! Whoa, hey. No, none of that. Okay, let's try this again. Why are you so... Oh, I'm sorry, I tried to scratch your face and I touched your eyeball. That's not fun. Can't say that it's not deserved, though. Crazy animal. Are we good? This is happy? This is what happy looks like. Shocking. Where are we? We did yellow, so we added in case yellow. Case. Tab. Console log. Yellow something. Break. Cool. Save and submit code. We'll throw in yellow now. Yesterday we did red. Today we'll do yellow in lowercase. My bad. Again, the little prompt pop-up windows are showing up on my computer. I haven't added them into OBS, so, you know, it's part of the fun. But look at that. It still works. You can see that. Something's happening, right? The dots are being connected. Okay, here we go. Section 6, breaking new ground. Practice with switch. Now that you've added cases to an existing switch, let's practice adding a default block. Instructions: add the default block at the bottom of a switch statement, then run the code a few times with different input. Switch super useful. I'm not sure what they want me to put in. Your code should add a default block after the break on line 12. Do anything you like, for example, default console log blank blank blank. I don't know. Variable candy prompt. What's your favorite candy? Type your favorite candy here. Yeah. Oh god. That sandwich took all the energy out of me. Holy hell. Okay. Sandwich coma. Not good. Should have got coffee. Switch. Candy. Case. Licorice. Console. Gross. Fascinating. Case. Gum. Console log. I like gum. Case. Beets. Console log. Is that even a candy? Default. Default. Colon. Console log. Yeah. The Candyman can. No? Willy Wonka? Come on. Someone's gotta know. Willy Wonka and the, hold on. My phone's blowing up. Don't mind me. Cat is still under the bed. Doesn't seem agitated or anything. Just kinda normal. Cool, cool. Yay, cats. Huh. Alright. Back into action. Where did we leave off? We were doing... What the deuce? Closing out of that. Closing out of this. Back to the chat. D. There we go. Nice, nice. Okay. What are we looking at? So back to reality, right? We have default, we have console, Candyman can, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, not the newer Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So good. That was our reference for today. Save and submit. Please don't blow up. Type your favorite candy here. They said to do licorice, liquor rice. Gross. Do. Something about something somewhere. God, we are totally getting distracted. Okay, we'll try to focus. We are just falling apart here. So many things other than the stream are happening right now. We have one of our cats mildly in distress. I guess. Can you have a cat in distress? I suppose you can. Okay. What's happening? It worked. We need to go through all of them. We did licorice. And we're doing it again. Gum. Okay. I like gum. They said do it. Beets. Alright. And then, close and save and submit. What's your favorite candy? Type your favorite candy here. We'll just do something generic. We'll put in chocolate. Chocolate. Which is not part of our designated switch list, so it should trigger default. The Candyman can. Perfect. How beautifully did that play out? More practice with switch. More practice. That's fan-friggin-tastic. Loving the practice titles. Wow, little cat, you've just fully wrapped yourself up in my lap. You're all about that nap life. More practice with switch. The more... No. You know what they say, practice makes perfect. Instructions. We've given you the empty skeleton of a switch statement. Complete the existing case, then add at least one additional case and a default behavior with whatever console logs you like. Answer, prompt, add your question here. What time is it? Case hoof. 1. 1 o'clock. So rarely do people get to write 1 o'clock anymore. You know, I don't recall if it's supposed to be, if I do double quotes, oh god. If it will let me keep the single. Double quotes lets me use a single versus if I throw another double, it gets confused. So that's interesting. So that is the upside to using double quotes, is that it permits you to use single quotes without it being confused. That is rather handy. They should stress that more in things. As a handy pro tip. And we'll do copy. That will be the console log. And you know what? In hindsight, since strings have double quotes anyways, this was merely for the input, which was single quotes, and all we need is 1. So we're going to do that. Break. Copy. No copying. Just type it out. We are practicing. Practice makes perfect, damn it. 2. Console.log. Death. Spectacular. 2 o'clock, and then we have break again. Break. Again. I just hate their stupid double-spaced indentation that they have going on. It is beyond soul-crushing. Default. Console. .log. Okay, here we go. We have switch, variable answer equals prompt, what time is it? Switch answer, case 1, console log, 1 o'clock, break. Case 2, console.log, 2 o'clock, break. Default, console log, burger time. That's right. Always burger time. Save and submit, what time is it? 1. Good. 1 o'clock. Close. Save and submit. What time is it? Not 2 o'clock. Is it 3 o'clock? Wrong. Burger time. That's right. There's also the always present. My watch is broken. Full crush face. What time is it? Answer me. My watch is broken. Sad face. Beautiful, beautiful. We're switching like there's no tomorrow. All on your own. Great work. Now it's time to put a switch statement together, all on your lonesome. Create your own switch statement in the editor. You can do anything you like. Make sure to include at least 3 cases and a default. Okay, well, we're probably going to stick with our watch fiasco again, so we're going to have... Oh, what are we going to do? Variable. I want to call it switch, but we can't. We're going to call it time. Prompt. No. We're going to do cats. That's what we're going to do. Variable. Cats, plural, or 1? Cat. We're going to do singular. Cat. Which cat? Very confusing, straightforward question. Basic yet convoluted. Switch. Cat. Don't mind me. super long crisis. Wow. Back to the cat fiasco. So, both that's what the phone call was, and now we're back. So, we don't know what's going on. One of the cats is like dehydrated. My guess was dehydrated, because I know for a lot of critters, usually when they're dehydrated or not feeling well, they have their tongue sticking out or hanging out. I know dogs mainly do it when they're overheated. But anyways, one of the cats, it's the one that hasn't been on stream yet. He's fat and slow. But yeah, he's got his tongue hanging out for the last day, and there's drool and other stuff. I mean, it's not as bad as it was last night. It seems to be getting better. We don't know if it was like plants, like eating stuff outside, like lilies or something like that, or if one of the cats were fighting and if it like clawed the other cat inside its mouth. We can't figure it out, but they'll be taking him to the vet shortly. Had to check on him. Still under the bed, held up in his little stronghold, doing cat things, fat cat things. Alright, so write your code below. Variable, cat. Prompt, which cat? Switch cat. Is it semicolon or colon? Let's do case 12 colon console.log break 3 of those, followed by default, followed by console log, and then what? So tired. Why? Is it curly braces? Is that what's going on? It must be curly braces, or curly brackets, braces, brackets. Is it wrong to do a semicolon? Spits up that little hazard sign, so that's cool. We're gonna see what happens with this and this alone. So cats, 1. Kitty. 2. Oliver. He's the sickly one right now. And 3. Little kitty. Console log. Need more cats? Question mark. Which cat? We're just gonna leave it at that. Make code. Which cat? Cat number 1. Kitty. Look at that. It worked. Which cat? Cat number 2. Oliver. Haha, it's working. Which cat? Cat number 3. Little kitty. She's the one sleeping in my lap right now. Followed by Save and submit. Which cat? Cat number 4. But wait, we need more cats. We don't have a cat number 4. See the problem? See the problem? There's a shortage of feline. Just kidding. There's an excess of feline, an excess of 3, damn it. Specifically, 3. Little kitty. She's either sleeping or destroying. Those are her 2 modes. Kind of like search and destroy, but for her it's more of sleep and destroy. So, mid-lesson breather. Well done. Even though we've been focusing on Switch, we've covered a lot so far. You've reviewed if, else, reviewed for and while, learned about the switch statement and how to use it instead of multiple if-elses, covered switch syntax, written your own switch, instructions when you're ready, save and submit code to move on to the last section of this lesson, logical operators like and, or, and not. Write your code, cat stuff, beautiful, save and submit. Which cat is going to the vet right now? 2. Oliver's going to the vet. Okay, next. Logical operators. Is this the last section? It is. Logical operators, 10 through 14. Let's do this. Now, I wonder why this is the code they've present. Oh, it's missing. It's not equal to anything. So we'll be filling that in. I was like, why do they have the red X's on the stuff? But that's why. Alright, overview. So far, we've seen how to control our programs given a single condition. Whether one variable is equal to a certain value, for instance. But what if we want to check more than one variable? For this, we need logical operators. JavaScript has 3, and dual ampersands, or dual pipes, and not a single exclamation mark. I wonder why they didn't do dual exclamation marks. Wouldn't that just solve all the, the consistency? Maybe it's too hard to read compared to the pipes of or. Not to worry. Using these, we can check several variables at once. Check out the code in the editor. Instructions. Starting to make sense? Set both variables in the editor to true and hit save and submit code to see what happens. Complete lines 3 and 4. True. And true. Variable I love JavaScript equals true. Variable I love learning equals true. If I love JavaScript and I love learning are both true. Console log, awesome, let's keep learning. Else if I love JavaScript or I love learning. If not, so this is if JavaScript and I love learning are both true. This is if not JavaScript, if not I love JavaScript or learning. Let's see if we can change your mind. You only like one but not the other. We'll work on that. Else if or. So the if is at the first indentation, or the primary margin. Else if and else are within the if statement, and else is within here. So that's why we've got or and not within the same, because it trickles down. So we have the condition of or, but we have else or not. No, else is for console log. We're not doing switch statements right now. That's why I was confused. Okay, this is your regular old if, else statement. I was anticipating switch statements. We just came out of there. I thought they were saying we were going to learn logical operators for switch statements. My bad. That was a lie. Continue. Both are true. Let's keep learning. Definitely, before we get more confused. Okay, and the logical operator and is written in JavaScript like this. ampersand, ampersand. It evaluates to true when both expressions are true. If they are not, it evaluates to false. True and true equals true. True and false equals false. False and true equals false. False and false equals false. Instructions: create two variables, hungry and food here. Set them both equal to true. Inside the eat function, create an if statement that returns true only if both hungry and food here are true and false otherwise. The function eat should take no input, and hungry and food here should both be globals. Declare your variables here. Add your if-else statement here. So, variables. We're going to do this step by step. Create two variables, hungry and food here. Variable, variable, hungry equals food here equals hungry equals true, semicolon, food here equals true, semicolon, function eat, variable eat is a function of your if-else statement here. Fuck, diddly. Inside the eat function, create an if statement, returns true. So inside, so are we just leaving the function empty? I'm slightly confused on that. If if statement with a condition else. They want if, or an if else if, or an if else if else statement. We'll never know. We'll never know. A lot of red stuff. That's fun. That's brutal. Although we are missing things like console log and whatnot, but console log, doing something with console log, d, doing whatever console log does. Here comes console log. We are getting there. You know what? Usually the day doesn't feel like the number of the day as far as the day of streaming. Today really feels like day 79. Like, if you were to be stuck at sea for 79 days, I'm sure it would feel like you've been stuck at sea for 79 days, which I don't think. I think the most I've heard is like 40, mid-40s. So 79 days of coding definitely feels like 79 days of coding. It is, not that glamorous. But I think that's important to capture. Else, console log. I hate their stupid double space indentation instead of the full 4-spaced tab, or 5, whatever the hell it is. Driving me crazy. Alright. Why is this falling apart? Inside the eat function, create an if statement that returns true. My bad. Returns true. Only if both food and hunger are true, otherwise false. Return true. So return true. Return false. D D D D D D D D B D D D D D do D D D D D D D D D D D D do. So it's hungry and something. Hungry and food here will return true. Everything else will succumb to flames. Right? And just a terrible, brutal annihilation for everyone. Beautiful. Beautiful. Green check mark. Or. The logical operator OR is written in JavaScript like this. Pipe, pipe. It evaluates to true when one or the other or both expressions are true. They are not. It evaluates to false. True or true is true. True or false is true. False or true is true. False and false. False or false is false. All right. The OR operator is written with two vertical bars. Is it bars? Pipes? I keep hearing different things. We'll call them bars then, if that's what they're going to refer to them as. The vertical bar character is located right above the enter key on your keyboard. For some reason, they can identify that, but they can't address the fact that most people have the same set tab key. Fascinating. Instructions. Create two variables, tired and bored. Set one equal to true, the other equal to false. Doesn't matter which one. Inside the nap function, that's awesome. Nap function. Inside the nap function, create an if statement that returns true if either tired or bored are true, and false otherwise. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is why we support competitive napping. Create two variables. Tired, variable tired equals true. Variable bored, jump the gun, bored equals true. No, lies, false. We almost lost a finger. Nap function. Add your if-else, if condition, tired, or bored, DDD return true. Is that what they wanted? Return true. Otherwise false. I don't know if they want an if else statement. I think they just want an if else, to be completely honest. So we're going to do return false. DDD, 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 DDD. Save and submit. Green check mark in the bag. What you talking about, Willis? 13 of 14. Beautiful, beautiful. Not. The logical operator not is written in JavaScript like this, exclamation. Makes true expressions false and vice versa. Not true, false. Not false, true. Instructions. Declare a variable called programming. Set it to false. Then write an if-else statement inside happy so that happy returns true if programming is false and false otherwise. Something about a hint, false and if and blah and otherwise. Describe your variable. Okay, declare a variable called programming. Set it to false. Declare a variable called programming. Variable programming equals false. Semicolon. Our function happy if blank return something else return another thing blank. Okay. Then write an if-else statement inside happy so that happy returns true if programming is false. So not programming returns true else returns false. I believe that's what they want. Save and submit. Boom! Green check mark. High five, little cat. No? Still passed out? Good, good. You keep sleeping. You keep sleeping. Review. Well done. That last one was particularly tricky. Was it? In the next lesson, in this lesson, you reviewed control flow syntax, learned about switch statement, learned about the logical operators, and, or, and not instructions. When you're ready, click Save and Submit Code to finish this lesson, move on to the next JavaScript project. Save and submit. More control flow. Well, do we see the badge again? Do we? Not that we care, but there we go. Boom, badged. More on control flow in JavaScript. Close this. Next. Code your own adventure 2. Every good game has a sequel. Look at that. Look at that. We called it a sequel yesterday, and we were right, because it is. D. Holy Wow. Look at that. Lot going on there. 6. What you'll be building. We told you this was just the beginning of our game empire. Now that you know more about JavaScript, you'll be able to create a much richer, choose-your-own-adventure game. Instructions. Play through the game in the editor a couple of times. Neat, right? Head on to the next section when you're ready to start building your own project. Damn. Should I conquer this now? Or wait? I think I'm going to save this for tomorrow. We're going to save this for tomorrow. We made it through. Today was rather painful. We're going to save this for day 80, making a game. Seems a better fit. Day 79 is such an odd day to code a game, right? You know? I feel like stealing the moon is more of a Tuesday thing. Despicable Me? No? That's okay. That's okay. Alright. Yeah, we're backing out of this. Variable troll. I really want to hit the save and submit code button, but that's what for tomorrow's for. If I have to wait, you have to wait. Everybody's waiting, damn it. It's part of life. Where do we stand for today? Day 79. The most painful day ever. Resume. 56% of the way. Or we will resume 56% of the way through. So we made it that far. We have 963 points. And 127 badges. I think that's basically it. So we are backing out of this. Codecademy. We are powering down. Where's OBS? We had OBS somewhere around here. There we go. Stop stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah.